How do you go from having that idea in the basement, making those notes, to turning it into, a fully fledged operation?
When you think you have an idea that's got legs, it's almost euphoric. Like this is great. This is awesome. We're going to crack the code. We're going to take over the world. It's going to be the best thing ever. But there's so many things that have to happen from inception to execution that as you start to spell them out, it's a little scary. So one of the first things, was just the idea itself. And that's just, we have to do some work to convince ourselves before we ask for $1. If this idea is so awesome, why doesn't it already exist?
Yeah.
And those are hard questions to answer because you're kind of answering these counterfactual, like if that, there's a lot of things that don't exist that would be awesome, or just, we're good ideas at bad times. But we had to think through that because we knew that was going to be an FAQ of our investors. So spend some time thinking through that. And that sobered us up a little bit. Like, okay, actually, this isn't as straightforward and easy as we thought. Like this, there might be some valid reasons why people haven't done it that we'll have to tiptoe around and figure out a better way to do it. Or there have been some people who've tried, here's where they missed. So we've got to be the second mouse to get the cheese. And as you start thinking through that takes time. We did that for months. And then we started to pressure test the idea with some investors and some advisors, looking for advice in the beginning. We got some good feedback. So, I wouldn't go too big. I'd scale it. I'd go small, learn, plot along. I wouldn't raise this much. I'd raise that much. I would do it in a market that's friendly. I would do it in a place that and we got some good advice. And we finally went to the market and to raise money, and the rubber started to hit the road. He made a deal with me. He said, all right, I think it's time for us to, you're going to have to quit your job and let's just do this thing. There's no more basement meetings and phone calls. We got to go. He said, if I can raise the money, are you ready to quit? I said, absolutely. So Mike went on some fundraising calls. I'm thinking it'll be 3-6 months. I'm kind of winding things down slowly, looking at apartments in Richmond. He called me in 2 weeks. He said, I got it. You ready?